It's a game of hide and seek to try and find a genuine batsman at test level. So what we're doing today is we're talking about Pujara and his importance to the Indian batting lineup on Hoggs Vlog. Let's take a look at Pujara and his stats since 1st of January 2017. He's faced more balls than any other batsman going around in this format. If you look at the numbers too, Steve Smith, balls per innings, is the only batsman that faces more than him. Now, you've got to remember that Steve Smith had a bit of a holiday. He had time to recuperate over a year's period, and he could come back quite refreshed. So Pujara has done it the hard way. But anyway, what makes Pujara so good? Well, let's look at it. Firstly, he is so patient. The other thing is, he likes to leave the ball outside off stump. And you like my stumps, the trusty white gum of Australia here. The other thing is, bowlers bowling wide of off stump start to get frustrated, so they bowl at him. He asks the bowler to bowl at him, and he plays the ball late. Anything that's wide or loose that's on offer to score, he doesn't try and overhit the ball, he just times it. Now, why is facing as many balls as you possibly can and trying to blunt the opposition bowling so important? Because, as I said before, it frustrates the opposition bowlers and it wears them down. Now, if you're going into a test series like Australia versus India, and it's going to be 4 test matches over a long period of time, batsmen like Pujara are very important in the context of things, because the longer the Australian bowlers are out there, the tighter they get. And when it comes later on in the series, if your bowlers have bowled less than the opposition bowlers, you've got more chance of winning the series. Also, the other thing is, the longer that Pujara sits out in the middle with the other batsmen, the likes of Pant, who come in lower in the order, have more chance of dominating and playing the attacking brand of cricket that they are so accustomed to. That's why Australia was so good, and Adam Gilchrist just came out and took the game away from opposition teams. This is where Pant can play a big role because of the hard work from Pujara up the top. Can I get Pujara's name right all the time? I always have a little bit of fumble in a blog. But anyway, we've got the Australia-India series coming up. Okay, and if we look at the last series here, Pujara faced more balls than any other Australian batsman. There's no Australian batsman that got even halfway to Pujara. But, let's look at this year. Labuschagne and Steve Smith have dominated in facing as many balls as anyone else this year in Test cricket. And they'll be back in the Australian side this summer. You can't just rely on Pujara. Someone else got to lift and match these 2 Australians for India to have a chance of beating Australia on their home soil again. Anyway, if you like what I'm doing, get on that little button down there and they'll give you a notification when the next video is coming out. But stay safe, and will Pujara do the job again in this summer of Australia versus India?